You're not behind, you're just in the middle. Most people think they're behind because they're comparing themselves to finished versions of other people. We rarely compare beginnings to beginnings or middles to middles. We compare our confusion to other people's clarity, our purpose to their presentation. And when we don't match up, we assume we missed something important. But what you're usually seeing is a snapshot, not a timeline, a result, not the years that led to it. Feeling behind is often just a misunderstanding of context. Being in the middle feels uncomfortable because it doesn't come with a language. Beginnings have excitement. Endings, they have relief. The middle has uncertainty, no applause, no clear milestones. You're no longer new, but you're not done. And without clear markers, it's easy to assume you're lost. But the middle isn't a mistake. It's where most of life, it actually happens there. A short while ago, I was standing in the kitchen at night, not upset, not in crisis, just standing. I'd done everything I was supposed to do that day, returned calls, showed up, took care of things. And I remember thinking, why do I still feel like I'm waiting for something to start? Nothing was wrong, but nothing felt finished either. And that was the moment I realized I wasn't behind. I was just in the middle of something that didn't have a name yet. The pressure to have it figured out is mostly social noise. We inherited timelines we never agreed to, benchmarks that don't account for detours or healing or change. So when your life doesn't line up neatly, you feel late. But late according to who? And for what destination? Most people aren't ahead. They're just quieter about their doubts. Growth rarely feels like progress while it's happening. And real growth is disorienting. It asks you to let go of old identities before new ones are fully formed. It's like that adage where you're swinging through the jungle. You don't want to let go of the last vine until you have grips on the new vine. But this feels like you're letting go of the last vine, and then hopefully the new vine will suddenly appear in front of you. The gap feels like failure, like regression. But it's not backward movement, it's reorganization. You're not stalled. You're recalibrating. You can be doing better than you think and still feel lost. Improvement doesn't always come with confidence. Sometimes it comes with more questions. You see more clearly now, which means you also see more complexity. The awareness you can feel like uncertainty, but it's actually maturity. Feeling lost doesn't cancel progress. It often accompanies it. The middle is uncomfortable because it forces honesty. You can't rely on novelty anymore, but you don't get the certainty of completion either. So you have to sit with yourself, with choices that you've made, with desires that haven't gone anywhere. The middle removes distractions, and that can feel confronting, but honesty is what allows alignment to form. Most people try to rush the middle instead of listening to it. We look for exits, shortcuts, quick clarity. But rushing usually leads to borrowed answers. Lives that look right, but just don't feel right. The middle isn't asking to be escaped. It's asking to be understood. Clarity grows from staying present, not from forcing conclusions. You don't need a dramatic change to move forward. Forward movement doesn't always look bold. Sometimes it's quieter. Naming what no longer fits. Admitting you actually want. Letting go of expectations that were never yours. Small, honest adjustments shift trajectories more than big, reactive decisions. Being in the middle means you're still becoming, not that you've failed to arrive. Completion is a myth we chase. Life, it doesn't settle into permanence. It evolves. It reshapes. It asks new questions. If you're still questioning, still adjusting, still paying attention, you're not behind. You're engaged. If you feel behind, it doesn't mean you've wasted time. It means you're aware enough to notice where you are. Awareness can feel heavy, but it also is the doorway to choice. You don't need to catch up to anyone, and you don't need to justify your pace. You just need to stay honest about what's true for you right now. Pause. Breathe. You're not behind. You're in the middle. And the middle is not a problem to solve. It's a place to stand. I'm Scott Stewart, and you're not crazy.